staying tuned in with me. Um, I want to talk about Raymond right now. Earlier in the show, we had seen that Raymond and Haley was actually not Haley. I'm sorry. Hope was actually talking, and um, Haley would not. Why do I want to keep on saying Haley? Hope was talking to Raymond, and she was telling Raymond how people, you know what I'm saying, are scared of her and basically don't, you know what I'm saying, well, stay their distance from her because of the fact that they fear her. And Raymond was sitting there with her, you know what I'm saying, and a comment he made bothered me, you know what I'm saying. He was like, yeah, I understand. I totally understand what you mean. If you look at that, you know what I'm saying, expression he made on his face and how deep he was in what she was talking about, it bothered me. You know what I'm saying? It made me wonder, you know what I'm saying, does he actually really feel her pain? Does he actually know what she's going through? And if that's the case, why? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what his background is. He actually came out of nowhere this season. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know, and I know everybody, 9 out of 10, everybody getting a bad vibe about this Raymond dude. And I'm, my thoughts on Raven is this is just a theory of mine. You know, I think that Raven could be a half breed, and we don't know it. You know what I'm saying? I think because it hasn't shown in the show yet, and we do not know any history about, you know what I'm saying, Raven. I think that Raven could be a half breed that we don't know about. We don't know where Raven came from. You know what I'm saying? We don't know who his parents are, who his family actually is. So I really think that, you know what I'm saying, Raymond could actually be a half breed, and his mission is to take down the Michelsons, and the way he wants to do it is to get through Haley. You know what I'm saying? He sees that, you know, his way to get, you know what I'm saying, Haley is what he's doing. Actually, by what he's doing, he got Haley. You know what I'm saying? He's wooing Haley, not you know, like he's winning her over. He's winning her over, and she got this big thing for him, and you know, I think that's his way of getting in. And we'll see later on the episode, you know what I'm saying, if the theory that I have is actually right. But whatever his purpose is, it is to take down the Michelsons. That's for sure. You know, and then I see the theory that someone had put up that the people that actually have Haley, he could be a descendant of theirs, and he is actually older than he actually looks. You know what I'm saying? He could be a 400 year old vampire. You know what I'm saying? That's weighing in to get Haley and the powers that she might have. You know what I'm saying? I also seen a theory out there that it could be the Hollow working through not Henry. I'm sorry, we know Henry's dead. Raymond, and that's what's going on. He's actually the Hollow, and he's gonna take the family down like that. But it's very clear, you know what I'm saying, that this boy Raymond is most definitely up to no good. You know, he's there's no reason why, you know what I'm saying, he would be pursuing this girl the way he is. It's just too obvious that he's up to no good, you know. And then he shows up at some crazy times. And something I noticed in the show too. Why is it that when something goes down with Klaus, Marcel is always there? It never fails. Like this whole episode, I was looking like, okay, when Klaus found the flesh, Marcel was there. You know, it was Marcel that was there with him when he went ahead and found this letter, and it was Marcel with him when he went ahead and went to this house. Now, come on, like, is it that they need someone to go ahead and fill the place of Elijah, and that's what Marcel's doing at this time? I don't know, but most definitely I have noticed that when something goes down with Klaus, you know what I'm saying, in this season, we are seeing Klaus and Marcel together. Not saying this anything bad because see, I think that Marcel is team Klaus. You know what I'm saying? As we've seen in this episode, a part that I didn't mention was when we had found out that the letter came and they went to the house, uh, and Fitz had put Klaus down when he woke up and told Marcel about the whole vampire. He felt that the vampires took Haley. Him and Marcel came up with a plan to go ahead and put things back in order. What they had done was went ahead. Marcel went to the vampires and told them he was going to take their rings, so they couldn't move during the daylight, and he was going to bring more order to the little organization. Not just that, they needed to get their asses out there and find Haley. During this time, there was one of the vampires that actually rebelled. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, you see Klaus come and break his neck. And right then and there, you seen they'll combine together as far as their power. As far as we're joining together, we're going to do this and we're going to find Haley. So, Marcel, we seen in that moment, we seen at that moment that Marcel is Team Klaus and they're going to do whatever it is they can together to find Haley. You know, so I want to see, you know, what the outcome of that'll be. Hopefully, someone will find Haley. But I also, not to do a spoiler for anyone, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to spoil anything for anyone. If I do apologize. But I did see, as I was reading, you know, some posts about the whole show and everything, which I do time to time, because I want to know what everybody's opinion is about the show. But I did see one where they said that Haley is actually going to die by the end of the season. And they said it's going to be by fire. And they said that Elijah actually seen this. You know what I'm saying? So I want to know, you know what I'm saying, how many of y'all out there think that is actually going to happen? They said it was leaked, you know, so I've done see some good leaks out there before on different shows, especially Game of Thrones. But I don't know. That would be heartbreaking for me if we see everybody working so hard, you know what I'm saying, and everybody getting killed and so much mischief happening right now over the disappearance of Haley, and at the end of the show we see Haley actually die. It'll just, you know what I'm saying, and then, oh my goodness, I'm a big fan of Haley's too, you know what I'm saying, and to see her die will be heartbreaking. It really and truly will, because this is the end of the season, or the end of the show, which, you know what I'm saying, I think they're crazy for doing. How could they possibly end this show? I don't think, personally, this is just me personally, I don't think I'll watch anything else on the CW. That's the only thing I watch on the CW. I take that back. I will watch a couple episodes of Supernatural here and there, but not as much as I watch originals. I love my originals. And plus, I've been waiting forever for this season to come on. I know a lot of people out there that are fans have too. So I want to know what your thoughts are about the season so far, and also this episode. This episode was pretty intense, you know, just like the episode before, because we saw Elijah. I want to know, do y'all think that we'll see Elijah again? You know, which, me personally, I think he'll be back, you know, because there's no Klaus without Elijah. And Rebecca, we need Rebecca back. You know, I need them to do more with Rebecca. You know, I don't think they do enough with Rebecca's character. You know, that's just me personally. That's what I think. And I need her and Marcel to be together. It's just that simple. They need to give us that. Please give us Marcel and Rebecca's relationship, getting together. Let them be together. Let them be happy, you know. And they also need to bring Davina back. And me personally, I'm not a fan of Cole. It's just, I don't like Cole. You know, he's not that irrelevant to me. You know, it seems like all the other characters in the show are irrelevant to me. Besides, but human fear. It's just that simple. I'm not too into fear, and I'm not into Vince. Not Vince. I'm sorry, but Cole. You know what I'm saying? Like their character isn't that important to me. Then I want to know also what happened to Haley's little boyfriend. Ever since we seen him at the shop with Klaus, we haven't seen him. So I want to know, was he innocent in this situation and they're not showing him anymore because he's not irrelevant? Or is it that he has something to do with Haley being missing too? I hope not, because I don't know if y'all noticed this or not, but this guy that is playing the character of Haley's little boyfriend is also a character, or the guy, the actor that was in Region. And, you know, I used to like him as Bosch in the Region. And every time I see him, I keep thinking about him in the Region. And if you're listening and you don't know what the Region is, it's a show that used to be on CW that got canceled. And I always, when I look at his character, I think of Bosch. And it's like, oh my God, it's Bosch. Bosch can't do no wrong. You know what I'm saying? So, therefore, I hope that he isn't behind anything vicious with Haley. You know, it would be also disturbing if something, as far as something bad happens to Haley, and the reason for that is Hope. You know what I'm saying? Hope has had to live 7 years without her father. You know, so she had to grow up without him. So I think it'll be very sad if Hope has to be without her mom. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be heartbreaking, you know. And not just that, not Hope, but Haley's been with Hope, you know what I'm saying, for the long run, you know, since she was born to now. So it's like to take that away from her and then in a show like that would be horrible. Like, that would be so freaking horrible. They can't do us like that. I'm hoping they don't do us like that, you know. I mean, when this show goes off, it has to go off with a bang, a good bang. You know, I don't want the show to go off and then we have more questions. I don't want the show to go off with questions that has not been answered. You know, I don't think it would be a bad idea if they brought that dad back, Klaus's and the Michelsons' dads, the Michelsons, their father back. It wouldn't be a bad idea to do that. We just want to see, you know, his character. I did like his character. You know what I'm saying? What else? Oh, I do. And the mom. I wouldn't mind seeing the mom again. You know what I'm saying? I remember when those seasons was the one in the past seasons, I mean, and they had the mom and the dad, and there were some good episodes. There was some